It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Hello, my name is Tyrone Lowe. This is my show, The Legends. I want to thank everybody around the world that watches my show and show me love. In the house of the legends, this brother just came in from Alabama this morning, called me up 8 o'clock in the morning and told me that he's here in New York City ready to do this interview. And in the house of the legends, I bring you Southern Soul recording artist Aaron Collins. Welcome to the Legends, man.
How you doing, man?
How you feel, man?
I'm okay. I'm awesome, man. You know, had a first time here in New York, so had great sightseeing this morning. Saw pretty much everything I wanted to see except the Statue of Liberty and the Empire State Building.
Okay.
I couldn't even get it out. But other than that, beautiful, beautiful time.
So let's talk about the beginning for you, Aaron. How did you inquire to get into the craft of music?
Music has always been in my blood. I had an uncle. He's still around. He's been playing guitar since he was 13, and he's 71, I believe, right now. And I've always used to watch him. And also, I had a second cousin that Bob Reed. He had his own orchestra. Mm-hmm. So it's like music has always been around me. I just looked at it, and I guess you can say I caught the music bug, and started loving doing it when I became in junior high school in the 7th grade. I learned how to play 6 different instruments. You know?
Okay.
So music has always been a part of me. It's like this universal language for me, especially me being an only child. Like that music was like my sibling, was my refuge. You know, what helps me cope and when I was young growing up.
So tell the viewers, define what Southern Soul music is.
Southern Soul, in my opinion, is a combination of gospel, R&B, jazz in one big old pot. Stir it all up. With a little bit of rock, a little bit of pop, a little bit of opera, everything all to make it Southern Soul. You know, the word soul itself, and just coming from me, it has some type of spirituality within it that, that allows for you to make meaningful music that, that resonates through people's lives and help them through problems and issues. It also can cause harm and pain because, depending, especially if the subject matter is true and it talks about an event that probably happened in somebody's life that wasn't good. Like one of the biggest ones we talk about in Southern Soul in this music is cheating or letting people down, lying and being deceitful, in relationships. And if that is true, and then it hurts somebody, but, and then at the same time, it also delivers a message and sends a signal to people like, look, you don't want to be in a relationship like that.
Right.
These are some of the signs that you see, like, I don't want to do that.
And so when did you decide to actually take this to a different level as far as the music era?
I think that when I moved to Louisiana, I heard this type of music. I said, oh, I like that blues. And I was corrected and said, no, that's what they call Southern Soul. I guess one of the first artists I heard was a guy by the name of Big Pokey. He had a song called They Call Me Pokey. And I got interested in it. And as a result of that, I started listening to it more. And I started going to their concerts. And I met a guy that I began to manage. So I got in from the managerial position, and I started, going to a lot of concerts. And then normally when we have sound check, I go sing on the mic and just to clown around.
Right.
And I was encouraged to sing myself. I said, I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that. So I finally took a stab at it, and I tried to get on a show with a friend of mine. His name is Doc Chili. I told him, I said, man, let me be on one of your shows. He said he would not put me on a show with that popcorn karaoke type music.
Really?
So that encouraged me to get my own music.
Okay.
So one of the first tracks I got was from a dear sister, dear friend of mine by the name of Summer Wolf. Summer Wolf turned me on to this track beat maker by the name of Awesome Bo. And once I got hooked up with Awesome Bo, I had never, ever, ever, ever looked back. So he does the primary of all my beats. So shout out to Awesome Bo. But ever since then, as a result of that, and the music talent and history that I have in my past is that I write and arrange, produce. I do my own background, my own 3-part harmony. I do everything myself. The only thing I do is get the track, make love to the track, understand the track, know the track, meet the track, fondle with the track and everything until I come up with something that I think that people will like.
How do you come up with the concepts of the music that you do? Because I listen to some of your stuff and I'm like, wow. I mean, your imagination is very vivid.
See, what I do is, for me, I try not to be like everybody else. I
Okay.
don't want to be like nobody else. Everybody got their own little different things or whatever. So I try to do something that is different.
Right.
You know, when I come over different creative titles, these are things that happen in a person's life or something that you can actually relate to.
Right.
It's just that my title may be different. You know, and I come from a different angle of it. You know, everybody's just dead on. Me, I may come from the back
Right.
and address the issue. I may come from the side,
Right.
not the normal average way that every music writer or arranger would do. So I try to be different from everybody, and as a result of that, I've been doing pretty good at it.
You've been doing pretty good. I mean, you wear different hats as far as just the music thing. You also host and you do interviews as well. So let's tell the viewers about that.
Well, at the age of 14, I worked at a radio station as an intern, KGFJ, Inner City Broadcasting in Los Angeles. And I had one of the greatest mentors in the world, Hal Jackson. He was the father pioneering of radio personality,
Right.
the first African-American person to do it. And rest in peace, Hal Jackson. And I just started learning the craft, you know, learn how to do production. I was an intern doing production. Mostly I emptied the trash. I go out and do live broadcasts with some of the radio personality and every day. It's like a sponge. I'm sucking up game and knowledge and everything and how to do it. And so at the age of 16, I was working at a radio station in Los Angeles, KGLH, owned by Stevie Wonder. And one day they let me come on while they was doing a meeting, and it just hit me. I knew right then and there I just had to become a radio personality, you know. And as a result of that, I learned the craft from that. So I went on to go interview some people. I went on to do things on the red carpet. You know, I went on to live my dream. You know, so I think that one of the biggest things that helps me is that I'm just trying to be creatively ignorant. You know, entertaining when I interview or when I do something, and especially when I create titles for songs.
You know. I was very flattered, man, when you hit me up and said, you know, I got to get on your show. I got to get on your show. And it's been like, what, 2 or 3 years, I believe, that you made it, that your inquiry, and you never gave up, man. I said, you know what? I got to get Aaron on my show. You know, my question to you is that people that actually want to get into any type of craft as far as singing, producing, whatever it might be as far as entertainment, what type of suggestions would you give to them?
See, I think one of the biggest things, it says, if it's to be, it's up to me. One of the things is this, one of the biggest goals and grind you have to have is that when somebody say that you can't or you won't, then you have to show that you can
Right,
and you
okay.
will. So there's personal feelings about projecting your craft, about being whatever you want to be. And it doesn't have to be necessarily be in the music industry. It could be just general in life, things that you have to do. It's like, for instance, you got to go get a job if you're going to pay your bills. If you're going to stay in the house, you got to keep your lights on, you got to keep your gas on. So you have to do that. It's mandatory that you have a job. And when you're doing something that you really love and that you just take heart to, that you have to work even extra harder in order for it to make you feel good about it.
Right.
And for you to take your music and idea and creativity to a whole new different level. And that's what I try to do every day, you know.
What do the word creativity means to you? What's your definition of that?
Creativity is doing something from a different way that having either the same results or a better result.
Okay.
That's how I define creativity.
Okay.
You know? And I've had setbacks in with this, but at the same, I done had drug relapses. I done been through some things. I done, you know, let people down and all kind of stuff. But I followed the philosophy. If it's to be, it's up to me. I had to change the way that I thought. You know, I had to change that thought so I can be better, so I can have the in the positive mind frame.
Okay. We all have different dreams and passions of doing things, and like you said, setbacks. You have to crawl before you actually walk. You have to take critics, and you have to you have to take a lot of stuff in order to actually go ahead. Do you agree?
I agree, most definitely. You have to. You have to go through. There's a business model that says you cannot succeed until you fail.
Okay. All right, I hear that. So listen, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back,
Okay.
and we'll be back with Aaron Collins.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house.
And we're back. Now, Aaron Collins' stage name is Sugar Daddy,
That is correct.
and we're going to keep that up front.
Yeah. Yes.
So you had a few things going on in your life as far as being incarcerated at one time. So you want to talk about that?
Well, see, I grew up in Los Angeles, and I did dumb and stupid things. I mean, I was a gang member, and one of the biggest things I did was, and I'm ashamed about it, but life goes on, is that I began to get hooked on crack at a young age, at age 16.
Wow.
And, sometimes I do good, then I mess up. I do good again, then I mess up, So my addiction has always been a major struggle for me. When I'm on the right path, it's like there ain't no stopping me. So, I've been sober for a while now, so I'm doing good. I'm doing my music thing. I'm in the I have the ability to help others, mentor, counseling, and I have friends who I have roommates as of right now. I still live in a sober living environment.
Okay.
I'm the president of the house. Shout out to all the Jack House people, Jake, John, Marty, and Catfish. I love every last one of them. I am doing good. I am getting my life better, and I have the ability to help others. And one of the biggest things is that I can continue with my music and do well. I believe that one of these days I'm going to be doing very, very, very good in this craft, and people will know my name and remember my name.
How did you come up with the name Sugar Daddy?
You know what? That's the creativity that we talk about.
Right.
I wanted to create something that will raise a question. And when I performed, the lady said, "Are you really a sugar daddy? Will you pay my bills?"
Right.
I have a song. One song is called "She Says She Want a Sugar Daddy," and another one is called "Ask."
Okay.
And both of them relates to what women define as a sugar daddy.
Okay.
And and it's funny because everywhere that I go, especially after I perform, they want to know, they pull up on me, "Hey, what's up? I need a sugar daddy. I need somebody to take care of me. I need somebody to be in my life. I need somebody to do, so
You're the
funny.
sugar daddy.
I'm sugar daddy. That would be me.
But you're actually defining it in a whole different way.
Yes, it's a whole new different way. Plus, I am Aaron Collins. But when I step on stage, I am a figure. I am a personality. I am something different. I'm something that people can relate to when I perform and give music,
Okay.
There's been times when I get on stage and I hand out flowers and I hand out little suckers that say sugar daddy. It's something that will keep the women interested because it is the women who makes the shows to come to watch us perform. Yes, definitely.
Let's take you back to your very first show. Where was it and how was it for you?
My very first show was I think it was in Monroe, Louisiana. And there was a guy there, kind of very popular there in Monroe, Louisiana. He was a promoter, and he gave me my first little break, my first break. And when nobody else wouldn't give me a chance, he did, And from that chance, they gave me the inspiration, the hope, and the encouragement to want to pursue this in a more lavish way. Because I remember one time I had asked him, I says, "Man, did they like my music? Did they like my performance?" He said, "Well, they didn't talk bad about you." So that was a good thing.
Oh, okay.
I love that. That was a good thing. So, as right now, I just continue to move forward and just take this music thing further as I can.
So would you take this to another different genre of music as far as just, besides doing Southern Soul, would you consider doing other types of music?
Most definitely. I mean, even right now, like I have an inspirational song, but it has the gospel swing to it. It's called "He Rescued Me."
Okay.
So I'm about to go record that with a good friend of mine, Ron G. Shout out to Ron G. I'm about to go record that and push forward. That that feeling, that vibe of that song that has the ability to help others. I performed it in front of a lot of people and had a lot of people joining in and singing that song, "He Rescued Me," and they loved it. So that I love to do jazz. I do some covers like "Love and Happiness." I do some Al Green. I do "Let's Go, Baby, to the Hole in the Wall." I mean, some Mel Waiters. I do a few different people that that reminds people of the good times. So
Sugar Daddy plays 7 instruments.
I try.
And have you ever really tried to do anything on your tracks as far as performing instruments on your tracks, your instrumentals?
No, well, see, so I started on play. I can play all the saxophones from the alto to the baritone, even to the soprano, and I can also play the clarinet, the flute, the bassoon, the French horn. I mean, I can play the trumpet. So and all pretty much all the brass. So I just love it. And I can read in both treble and bass clef, and I just love
that's
it.
incredible.
I love it. I love it.
Like I said, I listen to some of your music, and I'm like, I'm really, really flattered because Southern Soul music, when I first heard it, was in North Carolina, and somebody introduced me to Candy Liquor.
Oh,
And that sort of like opened up a brand new sort of music concept for me.
he's creative.
Very.
He came with a different way of
Yes, he sure did.
doing that for women.
It was to me, it was a very seductive way.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The way that would it's better than the regular way. I like that. It's
So, who are you listening to now, as far as current artists?
I like neo soul. Some Southern soul artists. I love Ghetto Cowboy. Ghetto Cowboy is bad. Everybody's flattered by King George. King George is nice. He's just a new kid on the block who has came in and dominated, and he's in my opinion, the first and only one that have successfully crossed over to an R&B. He got Snoop Dogg supporting him, Nelly, Ashanti. He got a lot of people. And one of my I guess you say my bucket list is to come and open up and perform from him. That would be great because I would bring it.
Okay. So as far as current events, what's going on? What are you up to?
Well, I have a few shows coming up. I got one in Dallas on December 16th. Shout out to Shonda Stewart Entertainment. They're going to be doing It Ain't Nothing But a Winter Blues Party. And on the 23rd, I'm going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. And on Christmas Eve, I'm going to be in Pensacola, Florida. So I have a few things lined up. And I'm going to even have a few things lined up here in New York. I had the privilege to be able to go all over everywhere, from Atlanta to California, in between, and there's a few other places that I want to tackle. Like I've been to South Carolina. I'm trying to hit that North Carolina market and that Memphis market. And I got a guy that's going to be bringing me shortly to Lexington, Kentucky. So I got a few things lined up. I'm just sitting back and just waiting for them to manifest.
So quickly, through this whole era from the beginning to now, if you had to do something different, what would it be?
In the music thing or just in general?
Musically. Because we all start something and then we finish it. Then when we look back on it, we say, well, I should have just did a little bit more different. So
what would you... What I think for me, in all silence for me, is to actually say that I wouldn't mess with the people who I thought was friends and stabbed me in the back.
Oh, okay.
Criticized or put me down. Because, see, I perform, my energy level, me being age, and my energy level is way up there.
Right.
A lot of them are not. you know, and I am not ashamed to do an interview with anybody and tell them, say, yeah, Tyrone, I was on dope. Yeah, I relapse every once in a while.
You're keeping it real.
You know, but some people will use that against me. And I have had people who have helped me, who've been there for me, and I love them for that. You know, but at the same time, backdoor me and criticize and hate and tell other people and stuff like that. They try not to, you know, but when I say that, to God be the glory, man, it don't matter to me because I'm going to keep on doing me.
You know, we all go through things in life, but I think if you keep it up front, you can go a whole long way.
I don't have a problem with letting nobody know anything.
Because when you get big and you get that Grammy and you got paparazzi all over you, they're digging deep into your characteristics. You know, so I think like what you're doing right now, keeping it real, letting the viewers know where you came from and where you're going, I think that's a good thing for you. That's a good shield, I might say.
And, you know, it's like you have promoters that won't put me on the shows because you have other people tell them, don't mess with him. Don't put him on the show. Don't do it. And it's okay because, like, you don't really get love in your own hometown. You know, you don't. So guess what? Look where I'm at right now. I'm in New York. So, you know, yeah, I branch out. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going places that I've never been. You know, you don't get the own love in your house. You know, people criticize and put you down, but it's okay.
It's okay. You know, I am so flattered, man, to have you on my show. And I thank you for coming to the Legends, man. And for my viewers, Sugar Daddy his music is on all platforms.
Yep.
Check him out, support him, give him some love, you know. And this has been another T-Lo video production. You guys stay tuned for another episode. Thank you, guys.
Woman, man, you need to talk now. You got some explaining to do. Yes, you do. You see what I got in my hand, woman? I want to know who they belong to. Yeah, yes, I do. Let me tell you like this. There can't be none of your brothers. Because you told me you ain't never ever had one. And it can't be our little boy's woman. Cause we ain't never ever had a son. And it can't be a father. Because you told me he died 2 days before you were born. Tell me, evil woman. You better tell me what the hell is going on. I said you ain't playing fair. Cause these ain't my underwear. No, they're not, no, they're not. I said these ain't my drawers. No, they're not, no, they're not. I'm a 38 in the waist. And these drawers are size 32. I ain't wore 32 since I was a little bitty boy. Lord have mercy. I only wear boxer briefs, and these little bitty drawers are fruit of the loom, yeah. Let me tell you one more again. There can't be none of your brothers. Because you told me you ain't never ever had one. And it can't be our little boy's woman. Cause we ain't never ever had a son. And it can't be a father. Because you told me he died 2 days before you were born. Tell me, evil woman. You better tell me what the hell is going on. I said you ain't playing fair. Because these ain't my underwear. No, they're not, no, they're not. I said these ain't my drawers. No, they're not, no, they're not. Where my guitar player? Yeah. Yeah. This not my drawers. This not my drawers. Oh, yeah. This not my drawers. This not my drawers. This not my drawers. I said You ain't playing fair, 'cause these ain't my underwear. I said these ain't my drawers. I said these ain't my drawers. These ain't my drawers. They're not my drawers. Yeah. Are they yours? 'Cause these ain't my underwear. All right. We got to get it now. With my background. You can get it, baby. Come on and ask Sugar Daddy. Yeah. You can get it, baby. Let me tell you like this. Come on over here, baby, and tell Sugar Daddy what you need. You don't ever have to want for nothing, baby, 'cause if I want it, you can get it from me. Look, I pay your light bill, I get your nails done, I get your feet done, and your hair. I pay your car note and your mortgage. It don't matter, I don't care, 'cause if you want it, you can get it. All you got to do is ask me, baby, and you can get it. Ooh, all you got to do is ask. Let me tell you like this. What else can I do for you, baby? Don't you be afraid to ask. I'll cook your food and I'll wash your drawers. I'll even go in the bathroom and run you a bath. I pay your light bill, I get your nails done, I get your feet done, and your hair. I pay your car note and your mortgage. It don't matter, I don't care, 'cause if you want it, you can get it. All you got to do is ask. If you want it, you can get it. Ooh, all you got to do. Hold up, wait a minute. Hey, fellas, let me holler at you for a moment. See, if you got a good woman, I'm talking about a real good woman. Whatever she want, whatever she need, you got to give it to her. Because that's what I do for my woman. Look, I pay your light bill, I get your nails done, I get your feet done, and your hair, car note, your mortgage. It don't matter, I don't care. Because if you want it, you can get it. All you got to do is ask. If you want it, you can get it. All you got to do is ask. Ask me, baby. Ask me, baby. Ask me, baby. Ask me, baby. Ooh, yeah. I pay your light bill. I get your nails done. I get your feet done. And your hair. I pay your car note and your mortgage. It don't matter. I don't care.
Not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
My assignment, my calling is to inspire, uplift.
You have to make sure your people are partying.
All I want to do is just bring joy to the dance floor and watch people dance.
Tino.